Okay, I have an original routine to share with you today that is guaranteed to please most any spectator. So what you need for this is the ace through king of one of the suits, and then a randomly chosen card by the spectator. Okay, now of course I don't have a spectator here, so I'll have to see what the card is, but that won't hurt anything in the performance, as you'll see. Okay, so it's the 6 of diamonds, so maybe remember that. And now we're going to employ a magical shuffle. It's called the 4-hour clock shuffle. And so what you do is you deal it out into 4 piles in that way, and then just stack in the same order. In fact, let me just show you how well mixed the cards are so far. Now we're going to mix the cards quite a bit in just a moment, but it's fairly well mixed. So let's do that again, especially since we just saw the cards. Okay, so 4-hour clock, stack in the same order that you deal them. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to spell magic. So M-A-G-I-C, and then we're going to do a little switch of the spectator's card with the card that was in the 6th position, I guess, in this mixed packet. Okay, and let's go ahead and perform our 4-hour clock shuffle one more time. Just pick up in the same order that you deal them. And let's go ahead and repeat what we just did. So M-A-G-I-C, and then we'll just kind of switch those like that. Okay. So where has that brought us? Okay. So think about all of the movement of the cards. And then we switched a card, in many ways randomly, with a card here, whose identity we could not possibly know. We mixed further and then switched another card with probably some other card from the packet. Well, where does that bring us? What card did we end up with from this ace through king of hearts? Oh boy, we didn't end up with any of the cards among the hearts. How in the world did you do that? Or more accurately, how in the world did the 4-hour clock do that? That's quite remarkable. What's that? You want to see what's here? Well, I'm sure the cards are thoroughly mixed now, right? Thoroughly mixed, because we saw them being mixed. What is going on here? Oh, look at that. A perfect restoration of the original ordering of the cards and a perfect cancellation of your random switching of cards within this packet of 13. Oh, how did we do that working together? Okay, well, let me just show you what's going on here. It's quite a fun little effect. Now what I thought we would do, if it's okay, let's go ahead and we'll do everything face up so that you can see what's going on, and then I can explain the 2 principles at play. And then once you understand these principles, you can probably use them for other effects of your own making, actually. Okay, so we'll leave our random card as this, 6 of diamonds. Okay, so what I've done is I've reordered everything. And so we'll pretend that this is the top of the packet going downward. Okay. So what did I do first? Do you remember? I did the 4-hour clock shuffle to begin to mix the cards. And it begins to mix the cards. That's a true statement. And you can show the spectator that. Okay. Now, the 4-hour clock shuffle has a very special property. Well, a couple of special properties, but the first one is it has one and only one fixed point. And the fixed point is the card in the 6th position from the top of the packet. Now remember, the top of the packet is here now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, well that 6 started there at the beginning, and it's still there after one shuffle, and it will stay there after 2, 3, or a billion shuffles. The card in the 6th position will stay there for all eternity. All of the other ones are genuinely being moved around in a messy fashion. They truly are. Okay, so I showed you, remember I showed you the cards and said, wow, look how well mixed they are. And then we said, well, we probably better mix again since we just saw the cards. So we performed the 4-hour clock shuffle one more time, okay? And then it was at this point I said, okay, why don't we go ahead and we'll spell magic, M-A-G-I-C, and then we'll switch it. Isn't it funny that we're switching sixes of different suits? That's just how it worked out here. Apologies for that, okay? And then we went through, and for the third and final time, we dealt out into this 4-hour clock with stacking clockwise. And then we went through and did the switch again, M-A-G-I-C, and we switched again, okay? And that's guaranteed to bring the spectator's freely chosen card back to the table, okay? Now, ordinarily, it would be face down, right? They wouldn't know this until the end. But look at what has happened with the ordering of the rest of the cards. So this is the second important property of the 4-hour clock shuffle. Given 13 cards, I guess I need to really emphasize that. We're assuming 13 cards, and we're doing this 4-hour clock shuffle. Okay, so when that's the case, performing that shuffle exactly 3 times or a multiple of 3 times will reset the packet to its original order. Okay, so in other words, we say that the 4-hour clock shuffle has order 3 in the language of the theory of permutations. So 3 of these shuffles constitute the identity permutation, meaning it just resets the packet to its starting organization or starting order. Okay, so that is the secret. So there's 2 things going on. This shuffle has one and only one fixed point, and it's the card in the 6th position, as we've seen. And then if you complete, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there it is again. And then if you switch it with the other card and switch twice, of course you'll be switching cards back to what the spectator originally chose, but you will not be harming the organization of the packet in such a way that we won't be able to regain the perfect ordering ace through 13 of hearts at the very end of completing our 3rd and final 4-hour clock shuffle. So anyway, that's the secret. And so it's a very powerful little property, and one that you can play with and come up with your own effects using the mathematics driving this effect. So thank you for watching, and take a look at other videos on the Absolute Math Magic channel.